G'day viewers. How are we doing? Hopefully well. Hopefully there's someone there. Who knows? Anyway, today we're going to be having another look, last one I promise, at the beasties. We're going to look at the sausages, and we're going to look at the F7 thing, and we're going to look at the banana. Now, I'm also going to be breaking the ground rules of streaming because we're doing it in the dark. So if it gets a little too dark, I might have to turn the brightness up a bit. We'll see. Let's just get our reverser in. Looks like we are all set there. The brakes. Sad that hasn't got a backlight. The brakes are cut in. Good. We're running passenger brakes. Passenger brakes or goods brakes? Let's go for goods brakes. Let's see if we can break this thing, eh? Brake timing. Select. Goods. Exit. Okay, now we should have goods brakes. Yes, we do. And we should be able to release the brakes. Yes, we can. So, sing out if there's anything in particular you'd like to see. Let's get this little beast going. We'll back the controller on. There's a little knob around the side there if you're wondering what I'm activating. Hello, Mr. Quicko. Thank you very much. Let's activate this thing. I learned something interesting the other day because I tried to run this on Cathcart. Why can I hear Matt's stream? Sorry, I was watching Matt Peddleston and I thought I'd turned off his stream, but I hadn't. When I tried to run this beast on Cathcart, apart from some issues that I ran into, because I was going to run it on Cathcart for you today, but, well, let's just say that went badly. I did notice that there's actually little lights on this thing that don't show up in this one. I'm glad to hear you're good, and we're still wait for a moment. 7 seconds to go before we're allowed out of here. That's okay, let's look at the outside while we're waiting. Oh, look, the rear lights are on. You know what, I'm going to leave the rear lights on because we're going to be in the dark. And the rear lights are on up here too. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave them on. Because I have learnt the hard way that if you jump locomotives with the RHTT, bad things happen. Alright, we are in forward. Get the brakes last little bit off and away we go. And we should be spraying. Let's have a look. Let's have a bit of a look before we get out. I can hear spraying. Are we actually spraying though? Of course not. I thought I turned it all on. Let's have a look. Power is on. And it's activated. And I can't see it anymore. Oh well. We'll just pretend it's on. We'll just pretend it's working. I am well, Mr. Quicko. Glad to see you're around. That is dark, isn't it? Where are my headlights? The headlights everywhere else in the train are on except mine. What's going on here? There we go. That's better. Now it's not so dark. Good stuff. So we're going to drive on the high-speed line, apparently. At passenger speeds, apparently. So off we go. Hello, Aiden's Train and the Unstoppable World. Does Skyhook Games have a Metro license in TSW3? I don't think anyone has a Metro license. I think they have been problematic from what I understand of previous public discussions. So, I know Dovetail don't have one. And if you're thinking about their new route, I believe they've confirmed it's a UK route, just not where at this time. And Northern Illinois train spotting. Hello. Mark B. Good morning indeed. Hopefully it's a nice sunny one over in New Zealand. It is down here in Victoria and New South Wales. Different story. They're getting a little flooded out. We'll have all the refugees arriving in Victoria soon, I suspect. Plenty of room. Come on down, folks. And if you had to choose between Victoria and Queensland, well, you'd choose Victoria, wouldn't you? Huh. There's a repeater signal, it's black. If this stream is too dark for the people who are watching, let me know and I'll tweak the brightness settings a little bit and bring it up. Because I'm going to be running 2 things in the dark today, and then we'll be doing a little bit of the F7. So right now we're just running our cleaning train. And yes, the headlights are on everywhere. That's life, isn't it? There's another repeater that's dark. What's going on? Good night, Mr. Quicko. Diverging points, better slow down a little bit. Let's get our speed back down before we hit those points. Oh, we're allowed to do 60 on the diverge, so that'll be fine. Just get the speed down a bit anyway. There we go. And release. We're now on the high speed line, I believe. Heading for Stratford International. You know, don't tell me not to apply power, Mr. Train Game, or I'll turn off your hints. Geez, that was close to that board, wasn't it? We're running wrong rail too, aren't we? That repeater's working. That's good to see. So, given there's no trains running at this time, which is why the railhead treatment train is allowed on the high-speed line, why are there people wandering around on the platforms? What a strange thing. That's okay. I'll try and keep our speed at about 55 mile an hour. You can go up to 60 when you're cleaning. I'm doing an autumn time thing. I've started our dynamic weather as slightly foggy. We'll see where it develops from there. Still plenty of sausages in tow. It doesn't seem too dark. Looks kind of okay on the stream monitor. So, whoop, tunnel. I wonder if we need to clean the tracks in here. Ha, we just will. Does it fit in the tunnel? Oh, yeah, it does. Ooh, we are going just a tad fast too for the cleaning equipment. Oh, that's because we're going downhill, aren't we? We're going down rather a steep hill here. Let's get a tiny bit of brakes on because this thing doesn't have dynamic brakes. So down the hill we go. Hello, Florian. How are you, my friend? Speed is slowly coming back down, which is what we need. We're driving the railhead treatment train, i.e. the cleaner, through the tunnel. So we're just jamming in the blue sausages. I know I've probably slowed down a bit too much now. Maybe we're going uphill now. That's okay. It'll just sound good when I crank up the acceleration in the tunnel. Let's open the window so we can experience it. Yep, we are running the railhead treatment train through the tunnel. I could make jokes about jamming sausages into tunnels, but I won't. This is family friendly. But that is how you make family friendly, I suppose, isn't it? Who said that? This must be uphill. Look at that, 2.5%. It is. Notch 8 in a tunnel. A little bit of wheel slip there. Locomotive is recovering. And up we go, onto the top. That's a strange view. I think we want to go up a bit. There we go. Got headlights everywhere just so you can see something happening. Has anybody else tried the RHTT on other routes? I had a crack at setting up a scenario for today's stream on Cathcart, and I discovered that I couldn't actually release the brakes. And the reason I couldn't release the brakes is because they're cut in at both ends of the lead loco when I put it on another route. And if you cut it out at the B end of the loco, it also cuts out at the A end of the loco, which is slightly problematic. I built this lovely scenario and all, I spent ages on it, and then I couldn't release the brakes. It's like, well, that's a little bit frustrating. 75 miles an hour, that might be a little bit quick. But we are on the high-speed track, aren't we? Oh, maybe we should just go with it. What do you reckon? We'll just keep fanging. We'll enjoy ourselves here. Why not? Because we're going to run this one, and then we'll get into the flying banana. Is the flying banana next? Yes, the flying banana is next. What's happened? I've lost my brakes. What's happened here? What a strange thing. If I had an... Oh, maybe I had an overspeed. Yeah, it's kind of possible that I had an overspeed event there, I think, and the train shut me down. Alright, the brakes are coming off now. Shut up, hint. I think I might have been going a little bit quick. Northern Illinois Train Spotting, who hasn't changed his name for nearly 2 weeks now, and I'm getting suspicious, has apparently bought himself the Smokebox FEF Northern. That's the oldest of Smokebox's creations, I think. Florian subscribed to the RHTT scenarios for East Coastway and Colmore, but haven't tried them yet. We'll try tomorrow. I haven't tried them anywhere except Cathcart. I might actually do that. But on Cathcart it was definitely sad. I can show you if you're curious. Who knew this train shut itself down if you're on overspeed? Oh, I don't have DSD and AWS turned on. I can at least turn on AWS. I particularly wanted to try it on Cathcart because Cathcart's a good place for scenarios to set up a lot of traffic that you get to see. Some more wheel slip then. Gets all sad when it gets wheel slip and just drops the power off completely. I could see this yellow signal. I'm going, is that for me? But no, it's on the other line down there. Is there a pub? Obviously, there's public scenarios for the RHTT on East Coast Way in Cornwall. Maybe I should give one a try. We might do that when I finish this one. I'll have to add the route back in, because I have it turned off at the moment. That's okay. That wouldn't take very long. We don't appear to have a Michael with us today, if you're wondering why there's no extra voice. Hopefully he is okay and just busy working. That is good, Northern Illinois train spotting. Glad you're enjoying the smokebox creation. He is a very talented individual, that one. Just letting the locals know that we're around. Might be 2:38 in the morning, but who cares? Anybody else just see a shooting star then? I've never seen a shooting star in the game before. That's kind of cool. I've been playing with the big boy. I even hooked it up to a Challenger and I put a carriage in the middle and tried to see if they could outpull each other. I don't stream things like that, but, you know, we all do it. "7 miles to Stratford International," which I think's as far as this one goes. So, oh, there's another 66 sitting over there in the yard. I was glad when they replaced the fences along here with the chain link. It looks so much nicer. So you see all these red signals in the distance and you go, I hope that's not my track. Trying to keep an eye on my speed. So what else are people playing at the moment? Who else is driving the train sim right now while you're watching this? Back we go into the tunnel. Down the hole. Put on a little bit of brakes. Just watching our speed there. We were creeping up over 75 again. Let's get us back down to about the 60 mark. Florian says he saw 2 shooting stars driving these services yesterday. He thought his eyes were deceiving him. I mean, whether it's a shooting star or whether it's some strange reflection activity happening, I don't know, but they look good. Hello NJT, how are you? Hope you're well. We're just driving a diesel through a tunnel because we can. Just seems like a fun thing to do. And here's the view from outside the tunnel. But inside the earth. They're always funny. I'm sure you're not meant to be able to do that. Do still have a few little issues in the TOD4 world. Things like that being way too bright. And some things like the little LEDs on the cleaner over here being not bright enough. NJTE suggests that we should get the Class 9.2 as a DLC for Southeastern High Speed. And they're dual mode like the 395 and they operate freight on HS1. Well, there you go. That would be an interesting addition. The 92 is relatively new. Florian says he played his local route today, Hamburg-Lübeck, and the new timetable on there is great. Hamburg HBF is alive with AI and very accurate too, and he loves it. That's excellent to hear. Yeah, I quite liked the new timetable during beta times. We're going to have a new route in Train Simulator Classic soon too. We're going to have the Huddersfield line. NJTE answered my question about the 92 and said they came in the mid-90s right before privatisation. Oh, that's good. Hello CCT mate, how are you? I'm doing well. Yeah, stream's going okay. Keeps popping up and prompting me if I want to run an ad, and I keep saying no, so we'll see how long YouTube lets me do that. So if you see any, it either means I didn't answer no quickly enough, or it's had enough of me answering no. This has a bit of a Doctor Who feel, doesn't it? The initial opening. So if it was blue and sparkly, it would be quite interesting. I should suggest that. It's the kind of thing Will would do. A little bit of a stutter there. You've been playing a lot of Train Sim Classic, Mitch. Excellent. We're almost at our stopping point for this one, and then I might add in which would you prefer, because you said they've got them for East Coastway and Cornwall. Anybody have a preference? I'll pop one of those routes on and then we can do that. The Modern 66, the one that comes out with the RHTT, does have AWS. And I think the other one in Southeastern High Speed does too. It's got DSD too, but I haven't turned that on, because I like being able to get out of the chair sometimes. Mitch would like to see East Coastway. Alrighty. I'll have to add the route, so you'll just need to bear with me while I do that. Because I don't have it installed at the moment, but very happy to do it. Yep, I think we're going to stop a little bit early. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going. More power, keep going. Stop complaining, game. No stopping, you're not allowed. It's always funny when someone says, is that route such and such? And you think, is it? You'd think I'd know, wouldn't you? CCT Mitch asks, can you make consists for the game and use them for quick drive scenarios like TS Classic? No. We all want to. Well, actually, it's not quite true it's no. If you don't mind getting your hands a little bit dirty, there is a third-party editor that's a bit of an unofficial one. Bronze medal for being naughty. Alright, let's go and jam on East Coast Way, main menu. And actually, we'll have to exit the game, won't we? Are you going to see anything? No, you won't see anything bad. It's alright. Just checking, because, you know. East Coast Way. Here we go. That one. Oh. Donkey. Just tick it, not click on it. Alright, we'll let that load in. Download, 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 download. Oh, of course, Unreal crashed. Now you can watch me download this. Might be a little while. Looks like it's going okay, though. Actually, I don't think it is downloading it. It's just updating it from its local cache. So it's not downloading it at all. It'll fly through this. The beauties of SSD. One of these days, I'll get a faster one. One of these days. It's almost full. That's when you get a better one, isn't it? You can make scenarios for this game, CCT Mitch. But it uses the pre-existing consists. And you can take consists from any route and put them on any other route. It's called off-the-rails mode. You can do nearly anything, but some of the trains won't actually work on other routes. So if you take, for example, a train from a route with modern braking like Cajon Pass, and you put it onto a route with old braking, like, I don't know, Sandpatch Grade, probably won't go that well, unless Sandpatch has had the update. I know it works on Caltrain, because Caltrain's had the update. There goes my neighbour on his Harley. Harley-Davidsons are interesting motorcycles. They spend 99% of their energy making noise and 1% making power. Nearly there. And then, of course, we've got to drop into Creators Club and grab the scenario, but that won't take long. Hopefully we can find it. That'd be embarrassing if I couldn't find it. Florian asks, what is my favourite train sim world route? The one I've played the most is Boston. I quite like Boston, but I also like Southeastern High Speed. So it's a bit of a toss-up between the two. Online sharing hub, search. Oops, you can't click search there. You come in here and do search. And we want scenarios. Come on, you. RHTT's on patrol. What's that one? No, so that's not that one. That's the Brighton main line. What does it run on East Coast Way as well? Maybe I need to put some more routes in. Is this the one you were thinking of, Florian? Let's just search for RHTT. Searching, searching, searching. There's two. So what's this one? Direct rail services. Well, I appear to have the required content, although it's not telling me yes or no. That's interesting. Oh, this is just a livery. That's fine. And this one's a scenario, is it? No, this is a livery as well. Actually, you know what? Let's grab them. Why not? Why not? And it looks like that other scenario, the one I saw there. Let's see if there's any others. Replacement service, Mondays, Grand Central, Dresden. Has anyone made the Class 37? I think the Class 37 does exist in here. What's this one? Oh, look, someone else has got the RHTT working on Cathcart. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Well, I'm going to have to install some other things. All right, we'll pop on the Brighton main line and the BR Class 313. So this is from Seaford to Lewes. Well, this is the one that's on East Coast Way, which is the one people wanted, wasn't it? Yep, all right. Well, I can't subscribe to it yet. I'll have to go and put them on. Let's chuck in a subscribe anyway, and we need East. What else do we need? Brighton mainline and the 313. Okay, let's go and pop those on. Wait for Unreal to crash again. Let's see if the 37's in here. No, I think it came with a route actually. Brighton mainline and the 313. Why are you stopping the download? Starting download. Not downloading. Yeah, make up your mind. I think the Class 37 is in TSW3. I think it's a TSW2 loco. I think. We can have a look when the game starts up. Actually, we can't because I might not have it installed. I don't have everything installed. The reason I don't have all my DLCs installed is not because I don't want to. It's because when I am jumping back and forth between beta and public, it downloads everything, and I would rather not download 550 gigabytes. So I just minimize what I've got installed when I'm bouncing around. Because after this stream, I'll be going back into the beta. Do, 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 do. You know what we'll do? Let's do something silly. Let's see if our mate Matt's still streaming. Is he? Or has he gone to sleep? Let's have a look. Oh. You know what? We're not going to have a look because it doesn't want to let me in. No. It's coming along slowly. Hopefully you aren't all disappearing. He is still playing. Here we go. Here, just while you wait. Ah, ads. Oh, you can't hear this in the game, can you? By the time this ad finishes playing, it will have finished updating, probably. And there's a familiar face for you. you want to be able to hear it as well? There you go. The esteemed Matt Peddleston doing what he does best. We're almost finished updating, so I'll get rid of him in a moment. Play! Alright. Bye, Maddie. Let's see what this RHTT scenario is like. Let's see if it works. Because that would be cool, wouldn't it? Alright. Creators Club. That's not what we do, is it? Is it? No. We go to the route. And we want East Coast Way. I'm trying to remember how this works. No, you go through the online thing, don't you? You go the other way. You have to go into Creators Club. And then in here. And then continue. And subscriptions. Got that. Got that. That's the one we want to play, isn't it? Play. I was trying to remember how that works. It's been a little while. Woohoo, it's going to work. Okay. Now, what are the brakes doing? Ooh, that's yucky. The brakes are cut in, so we just leave those alone. We're not going to touch anything. But let's get up here and let's do up there. Let's chuck on AWS. It didn't go bing. That's okay. Let's put a reverser in. Now it goes bing. And let's get some instrument lights on. And daytime headlights. Windows. Let's turn on the beast. I assume we're meant to. Power it up. See how it's got little lights? You don't see those when you run it on Southeastern high speed. Is it squirting? Sounds like it's squirting. But is it actually squirting? Yes, it's squirting. Excellent. Well, there's our train in the daytime. Let's see if she runs. Because this would be cool. Alright, brakes off. Come on, more brakes off. Brakes off. Go away, driver's assist, or I'll turn you off. Oh, it appears in the scenario planner as well. Thanks, NJT. And Northern Illinois Train Spotting is happy with steam locomotive wheel slip. Yeah, NJT mentioned that just then, Florian, so that's good to know. I'm pretty sure I actually made a tutorial on how to choose other people's scenarios. You reckon I'd remember, wouldn't you? Clearly not. Ooh, reflective moment. Ah, too fast. There we go. That's screenshot material, surely. Yeah, I'm gonna say I like reflections. Oh, don't worry about spell check. I was sending a message to my other half yesterday, and I'm pretty sure that instead of asking what I wanted to ask her, I said something like, "Do you want coconuts?" That's okay. I could put Matt's picture in picture if you want. That'd be funny. Cleaning the East Coast Way. And I remember this isn't the fastest route in the world. Thank you for staying behind the yellow line and riding RHTT Airways. Ah, look at all the little mobile homes. There's an abandoned station. An abandoned station sign. Hello, Crazy Dash. Thank you very much. Hope you're well. Welcome to the stream. We are an East Coast way. I think it was Florian suggested that there was a scenario for the RHTT that wasn't in the dark. So I went and people watched me download software, which is vaguely amusing. On our way to Luz. And we're passing, what's his name? Brian! He's not the Messiah. He's just a very naughty boy. And if you don't know where that's from, you're simply not old enough. Coming off the branch onto the main now. What are my speculations on the new additions to the roadmap? Ah, look at all these people standing behind the yellow line, says he, deflecting the question masterfully. We'll be able to pop back up to 35 in a moment. Back of the train should be past that by now, so let's crank it up. Northern Illinois Train Spotting's attempting to do a double header with the FEF3 and the Big Boy. I've been running the Challenger and the Big Boy together. Does the crossing work? One must know these things. I'm beginning to think it's a no. Nah. Old crossing. Surely it's far enough away by now. Nah. Doesn't work. Crazy Dash, it's looking like the new US loco is the Acela because of the head codes. Super hyped if that's the case. Do you mean the route, the little encoding scheme that says it's an electric loco and it's US and it's post 2011, I think, which is the code from the roadmap? Could be a few things. You know what I actually most want to see in America? I want a set of heavyweight passenger cars. Because I want something for the F7s to haul. I want a passenger set for the F7s that I can take on rail tours on any American route. Because that would be fun. I wonder why they didn't take it all the way through to the other end of the line. It's only going to lose. But that's okay. When you think about it, what other modern electric locos are there that used in modern day? The only other thing I can think of is the AEM7 and the HHP8, and they retired in 2015. What about the flirts? The Caltrain flirts. That would be cool. There's an electric version of the Charger too, but America doesn't run it. The Siemens beastie. Florian said one of the reasons he didn't get the F7 is it needed passenger cars. That's fair enough. I would very much like a set of passenger cars for it. I think that would be excellent. And I just realised I still had the brakes a little bit on then. I think Caltrain's got 8 sets now, as of this week. And they've started doing testing. So they've been dragging him up and down the line with a diesel. Because they haven't finished the overhead yet. And I saw a video of one of the flirts being tested, and they had all this stuff gaffer taped to the outside of it. It's kind of funny. This route is kind of pretty. What do you think, ladies? Got anything to say? Clearly not. Here's another one. It's good to have friends. And Northern Illinois wants to keep burning dinosaurs forever and doesn't understand that if we did that, by the time he was my age, the world wouldn't be livable anymore. Hello, Poorhouse. Wrong streamer, buddy. Not Enters. This is East Coastway, and we're playing a scenario by somebody with the RHTT. And it does look very real except for the popping in trees, but I guess we all get used to that, don't we? The only thing I'd like to get rid of is the shadows that are drawing in front of me, because I think they don't add anything really. They just distract. I'm already doing slow enough for the diverging track here, so that's fine. Crazy Dash says it's not the Avelia since that still isn't in service. They are running test trains though, so it's not far off being in service. Welcome to Lose, folks. Which way are we going? We're going left. This would have been a really fun scenario to take through to the other end of the line. It's alright, Poorhouse. Not a problem at all. I hope you're well, mate. Welcome to the stream, too. Oh, NJTE, it's both. Good enough. Alright, let's go and play with the banana. So that was a good scenario. Who was that by? Let's go have a look. Main menu. Ooh, that was funny. Let's just go and see who that was actually by, because we should say. We're playing someone else's stuff, give them the credit. And what was it? Safer to Lose. That was the one, wasn't it? By Archie Train. There we go. Thank you very much, Archie Train. Good work. Let us... Actually, you know what? Let's see if there's any for the banana. That'd be cool. Let's go and find something. Maybe there's some daytime stuff for the banana. That would be cool. Grand Central delays. Mondays. Ooh. It's a nice little livery in the background there. I like that. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a scenario with the Dospolok. And they'd have to be pretty recent, and I'm not seeing anything. That's sad. Has no one made a scenario for the Dospolok? Oh, there's one. Where's it running, though? Main Spessart Barn. You know what? If it's a daytime scenario, does anybody mind if I install Main Spessart Barn? Probably not. Let's give it a crack. 21 Habans. I like it because it's during the day. So let's just go and install Main Spessart Barn. My apologies for constantly installing stuff. Main Spessart Barn. There we go. What else might we need? No, none of the other things. That's all right. I could put breakfast back on. Good night, Florian. Hope you sleep well, mate. And Crazy Dash says it only tests maybe once every couple of months, so still pretty unlikely. DTG also said they had Acela audio recordings when they went to get audio for the ACS64. They did say that, didn't they? And there's paths in the timetable for the Acela. I seem to remember them saying that too. So who knows? We could all be hugely surprised. NJTE says, bro, hopefully the R211 doesn't get delayed again. Its start date was supposed to be in June 2022, and the start date got pushed back to November 2022. That's the new New York subway trains, isn't it? A friend of mine got me one of the... What class is it? Oh, I can't remember what it was. But a friend of mine lives in Brooklyn anyway, and she sent me some footage because she got a brand new one the other day. So she went all around the thing taking video for me because she knew I'd like it. She's quite right. I think secretly she's kind of into them herself too. There we go. Let's go and play the banana. Do you remember that song? Banana, banana. Do, 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 do. Main Spessart Bahn. There it is. Dospolok 182 to Gemunden. Poor crazy killer. No one's ever going to get a screenshot like that ever again. All right, let's jump in. We have 652.2 tons, 22 carriages, and it's 520 meters long, which is a fair bit for a German train. All right, let's get it into forward, and then let's get out of the chair, because I want to turn on AFB. And I want to turn on... No, that one? No? Where is it? Pantograph selector, PZB. Turn on PZB. And I want to turn on LZB, which is down in the corridor, isn't it? I don't want to turn on CIFA though, because CIFA on this one irritates me. Normal. That's normal. Not turning on CIFA. I think that's everything I need to turn on. I think we're all good there. Do I have to do anything with headlights? Headlight. There we go. Sitting in the driver's seat. Have we got headlights on? Not yet. Turn them on here as well. Right. Now we should be pretty much right to go. It's got all the brakes off. We're in forward. Let's set some speed on the AFB. And do we have an OO? No, we don't have an OO, so we're not in LZB territory. So we just drive. Am I going to get power? What have I forgotten? What have I forgotten? Because I'm not getting any power. I assume the Panto's up. Oh no, I am getting power. I can hear it. It's starting to power up now. And the brakes have released, so it's all good. No panic. We'll just wait. Give it some more juice and wait. Ah, Crazy Dash says he didn't suggest the Acela specifically, just another part of the NEC. Poorhouse says okay. And Crazy Dash says, I've got some lightning shots, but they're not too impressive. Yeah, I've got a few screenshots kicking around as well. Not safe to release, so we shall not. I think I set that to 45, didn't I? I did. Good, because we're in restricting with PZB, which means that's the 70, 85 flash, 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 flash. Which means we have to behave ourselves. And NJT asks, why did they have to remove the intro music? Did they? I still get intro music. And Crazy Dash says, I'm guessing I uninstall stuff to not take up space. No, NJTE is correct. It's because I constantly move back and forth. And I just want to limit how much I download, because if I have all the DLCs installed, it's 550 odd gigabytes. Yes, I know you guys would be on about 454, so you can read whatever you want into that. We have a yellow signal. Let's pop outside. Big banana. Well, that was well timed. Happy accidents. Oh, red signal. Let's start slowing this beastie down. Let's just knock AFB back to 0. Oh, it's changed. Now, what I'm not sure at... Stay below 25. Okay. Till it releases. But I can't release because it's yellow. Will it power up by itself, or have I interlocked it? I have interlocked it. So I need to... There we go. Now I'll be able to power. Let's just get rid of the HUD again. And off we go again. No, there's no key on this one for brake lock. You just have to be patient. NJTE speculate something. I won't enter into that. And says it's no problem with him with 1 terabyte of storage on the Series X. It is a fairly nice machine, the Series X. How do you find the game plays on it? And we have to stay slow. Let me actually set this for 20 just so we don't go over speed. And we should be able to speed up a little bit shortly. Crazy Dash says, interesting that DTG didn't put Nidlapban on the roadmap. Well, I think they don't want to tell people what they've got, would be my bet. And they don't want to tell people what's coming up because people get sad and disappointed when it takes months to build things, which is fair enough, surely. So I think it's just a new roadmap philosophy. We won't see what routes are until they're almost ready to release. And I think that is very smart thinking. Because when you open yourself up... I mean, look at the 420, for example. The 420's been on the roadmap for nearly 2 years. And that's not Make's fault at all. Make is TrainSim Germany. And it's not his fault in the slightest because he's working on DTG stuff. So his own project is... on hold because he's too busy doing work for DTG. Poorhouse is talking to NJT, says he's on the S but doesn't want to install these other games. We play them every day, lol. Fair enough. It's always hard, isn't it, when you've got limited space, juggling stuff. I don't think we've gone past the higher speed area yet. No, we're nearly there though. And 4K run. Oh, the game runs great on the Xbox X at 4K. Runs easily with any game capable of 4K on Series X. Yes, that's good. Because there's a couple of really vocal people that say it's quite horrible, but not really what I'd seen. This would be limited to 120, wouldn't it? We wouldn't be allowed to do 160 on this train, because it's a freight. Let's give it some more juice too. Why not? Don't want to give it too much or it'll start to slip. And Poorhouse says, I kind of like the way they do it now. Yeah, which is not revealing it until it's too late. Brad MacArthur, welcome Brad, says he enjoys driving the German locos. It keeps you on your toes with the PZB. It certainly does. Definitely does. And Crazy Dash and NJT are speculating what the new German route is. I won't enter into speculation for what might be, and I won't answer or comment on what other people are saying either, because I'm not JD. Let's just say that. I think the safest route is for me to say absolutely nothing. So I hope you don't mind that. Welcome, Hindquarters. Good to have you here. With the 2070, I definitely like to push limits on my PC. I have no problems even with 45 FPS. Almost forgot to acknowledge that, and I have to slow down to 70, and I better actually do that. And I have to do it pretty quickly, quicker than AFB will. So let's have some brakes. And I think I'm being... Come on. Come on. Come on. More brakes. More brakes. I'm gonna have to stop. I'm just doing the let's push all the buttons until we see what happens there, because it's going to stop me anyway, isn't it? Let's put the HUD back on, because it has definitely locked me. Now I just have to wait. I have stopped, so I should be able to do that. Good. And we should be able to go up to 45. Give it some throttle. Brakes are off. Brakes should release in a moment when the power comes back on. Brakes should release in a moment when the power comes back on. Power's coming on. Brakes release. Go on. Brakes release. You. Release. It's going up. Why is it going up? I didn't put that on, did I? Have I done something clever? Oh. It's alright. I'm a nut. Nut. I know what's going up. It's the brake pipe that's going up, because I didn't acknowledge fast enough and I didn't get down to the speed fast enough, and it went, well, you're going to stop then, aren't you? So we just wait. That's okay. Let me catch up with the chat. Poorhouse agrees with Mark B that the game plays well on the Xbox X. In fact, he says it's dope. And Mark B says there are less severe FPS fluctuations in PC, which is good to know. We're almost going to be moving again soon, because I've just seen the cylinders come off, but of course we've got to wait till it comes off at the rest of the train. We'll move soon, don't worry. And Crazy Dash says he has to get studying on some stuff, and yes, enjoy. Hope you enjoy your study. Hope the course is going well for you. And Hindquarters, yeah, I agree. It's good to have everything pushed as hard as you can. Here we go. Speaking of pushing as hard as we can. And it is safe to release, so we will. And we should be able to speed up too. Back up to 120. I know the speed limit's 160, but I'm a freight, so PZB should hold me at 120. And I'm sad there's no LZB on this route. Alright, we've got catching up with chat again. We've got Victorian Rails. Hello to you indeed. Welcome. Hope you're well. We're driving in Germany right now with the Dospolok banana. Pulling some heavens. And Lowtech 420. Welcome. Have I ever watched videos from Rail Cowgirl? Yes, I have. They are excellent. Rail Cowgirl, if you haven't watched her, is a YouTube channel. She's a driver. And, yeah, gets up to all sorts of adventures. So I strongly recommend that channel if you're at all interested in flitting around Germany, Switzerland, Austria, various other places she gets to. So, yeah, good channel. Poor House saying goodbye to Crazy Dash. And NJTE says, Northern Illinois will definitely love this train because it's electric. Of course. We all know how much Northern Illinois loves his electric trains. He really enjoys them. It's the best things ever. And indeed, NJT. I think also it probably hasn't got LZB because it's an older route. So I suppose they could upgrade it and put LZB on it. Because LZB is definitely something you need to have to go above 160. But it's got its usefulness for the slower routes too, I would imagine. Hindquarters says, I wonder why not use any shortcuts for AFB. I can use the rail driver actually. Actually, no, on this loco you can't. Rail driver is still tied to the independent brake. Slow down to 70. I should pay attention, shouldn't I? And then I wouldn't get stopped again. Like that. Here we go again. See, that's what happens when you read chat and don't pay attention to PZB. German trains, love them. But you actually have to pay attention when you're driving with PZB turned on, and I have to say I didn't. Alright, now that we've come to a complete and total stop, I can release that. And our brake pipe is pumping up again, and we're back to restricted, so let's set that back to 45. And we can watch our brakes pump up, and we can pretend it's entertaining. I can put some power on, but we won't go anywhere for a while because the brake pipe has to pump up again because I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. And safe to release, so we will. And we have Mark B says it would be good to see some Rail Cowgirl routes in the game. Indeed it would. And then maybe they could get her to play them. That would be cool. I clearly have a small mind because I think that is a very unfortunate icon. Anyway, we won't go there. Too late. Northern Illinois Train Spotting says that he absolutely loves electric trains. They're the best things ever. So much better than those smelly old dinosaur burning diesels. And NJT, yes, clearly the banana doesn't like me. And Brad was saying he was wondering how I'd go with PZB while reading the chat as well. And now you know. The answer is badly. Yes, you do actually have to pay attention with PZB. Even with the new HUD. New HUD's excellent, but you have to look at it. Here we go again. Let's do the thing Germans don't. Mower power. And given it's going to take a while to get there, and we're not in monitoring anymore because I released, let's speed up again. Because nothing could possibly go wrong, could it? No. Yeah, I agree, Brad. It is hard enough when you're actually concentrating on it. It's a bit like driving a train down Cajon Pass. It's a little bit hard to do that and read the chat at the same time. And weirdly enough, I find that the 2% gradient area, I run away more often on that one because I don't pay as much attention than I do on the 3%. So, yeah, life. And Poorhouse is going to play some Kassel Wurzburg. Excellent. And we've made you want to play. That's fantastic. Might as well bring this down to 110 so I don't forget. Why is that telling me I'm going too fast? That's not a good thing. Hopefully I don't run over a magnet or it's going to stop me again. There we go. We survived. It's alright. It's all good. Nothing to see here. Move along. This isn't the banana you're looking for. Go, banana, go. Yes, nothing at all can go wrong. Yeah, I wish they'd taken a little bit more poetic license with Kassel Wurzburg and included some freight during the day. Because this is more fun than running freight at night on a stream. When I'm playing, yep, love running at night. Good fun. But it's not so good when you're streaming because you're basically streaming a black screen going, hey, look at a couple of dials. Let's go outside and look. Hey, look, it's black. That's life. We should be approaching the back of that speedboard now. We are indeed. Let's get, whoops, get rid of you. Up to 110. 105 then, fine. And Poorhouse says he has the stream playing on 2 monitors behind him and the actual game on my main TV. Loves his setup. That's excellent. It is a good setup. That's an advantage of having console, I suppose. I do often play on the PC when I'm watching other people. Go, Super Banana, go! Let's get out of these trees. I always like the look of MSB. It's a nice route. And glad to see people have jumped on the Dospolok 182 and dragged it out onto other routes. Just anticipating that speed down. No point accelerating up to that speed if we're not going to stay there. NJT says, great thing about console, you don't need a gaming chair. Your bed is the gaming chair. Fair enough. Or your couch or whatever. Your sofa, as Americans might call it. I actually don't use a gaming chair because I'm working from home and my employer provides me with a Herman Miller Miro 2. Very, very comfortable chair. so I don't have a gaming chair. One day I'm sure work will want this chair back when they get us back into the office, which does seem to be happening. And then I'll probably get myself something. Down we head to 70 k's. Hopefully I'll stay ahead of the braking curve. Looks like I am just going to make it. Yes, all good. Safe to release. Coming up to the tunnel and our 70 zone. Well, hate to tell you this game, I don't have to slow down to 70. I'm already doing it. Me and the Super Banana. Lowtech 420 says Raoul Cowgirl is featured on the National Geographic series Europe from Above, Season 3, Episode 1, Norway, on Disney. Ah, cool. We've got Disney Plus, I'll have a look. Ah! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! We're stuffed. We're stuffed. Well, me specifically, because I was reading the chat again. Sigh. Yes, Zwang Bremsung to you too. Alright, off we go again. Well, we will, when it pumps the brakes up. Let's go for a walk while it's pumping the brakes up, shall we? Let's go look at this station. Welcome to Heigenbrücken. Hello, how are you? Did you two not talk to each other this morning because you've come out wearing the same thing? It's a little bit embarrassing, isn't it? A little bit. Yeah? Yeah. Hello. Greetings, Earthling. How are you? Having fun? Just waiting for a train? There's a train back there, but it's not the one you want. Hello. How are you? Hello. Anyone look behind me? Is my banana moving yet? Come on, banana. The banana should be moving by now, shouldn't it? It's getting ready to. Yeah. Brakes are coming off. It'll be down here soon. Ant-Man 65, hello, welcome. He says, controversial I know, but I thought all DSC was released in beta. I don't think it's so much beta, but yeah, I get what you're talking about. There are usually some issues. Some things known and some things not. You gonna move, train? I think it is moving. Yeah, it's moving. Very slowly. It's even more dangerous staying outside the train with VZB. And NJT says, I call it a couch. Never heard anyone call it a sofa, or I'm an American who speaks the right way. Well, that's an interesting question. See, as an Aussie, I would say the people who invented English don't use English the right way. But I'm just weird like that. As we cruise through the station. Victorian Rails says, well, don't admit you're only 12, Victorian Rails. You have to be 13 to have a YouTube channel. Just saying. I'd never admit that. So you think you're going okay for 260 subs? No, I think your channel's quite good. So, don't underestimate yourself. I'm just going to stick with 40 for a while, because I know I'm not allowed to go faster yet. Yay, green signal, finally. Yay. And NJTE also doing well with 360. It wasn't that long ago that I was in those numbers, so yeah, it takes off pretty well. It helps if you get a little bit of exposure from somewhere else, but after YouTube starts to notice you, it starts going up. I think I used to pick up about 30 odd subscribers a month, and in the last 128 days, I think I've got 138 new people in 1 month, which is pretty amazing. And I think we can speed up now, so let's do that. I'm just going to go to 105 so I don't accidentally tip over the 110 mark anywhere. And off we go. I've got about half throttle. That should do fine. Heading to Gmunden siding number 104. That's a lot of sidings, isn't it? And Victorian Rails loves watching my videos. That's cool. And your dad made the channel. That's excellent. And thanks for the happy 1K. Yeah, it's actually quite humbling that that many people want to subscribe. It's cool. Love it. Lowtech 420 asks, do I like flight simulators and have I played Flight Simulator 2020? I'll answer that question with, I find things that you don't do anything with for long periods not very exciting, which is why I don't drive a lot of American freight. So I'll quite happily watch someone play Flight Simulator while I do something else. I imagine if I played it, I would probably also be playing another game at the same time, because once that big plane's in autopilot for 15 hours, what are you going to do? I've got Flight Sim X. It's kind of old, but I've got it. Banana, banana, big O banana. But I do play a lot of other games. So I only stream train games, but I do actually play a lot, and I'm not going to let this catch me out this time, so let's have some breaks. Because I'm only just staying ahead of the curve at this point. Hello, Violet's Inspiration Soup. Welcome. Your stream was fun yesterday. Come on, you can do it, train. There we go. I've got to throttle off and throttle back on again. Safe to release, so I will. I can't read chat as much as I'd like to with this train because I have to pay a lot of attention because it bites me. And at least I don't need to worry about getting down below 70 kilometers an hour because I'm well and truly there. What have we got here? Ant-Man65 says he likes Train Sim World 2 but impressed with Train Sim World 3 lighting and weather effects. Yes, so am I. I think I particularly love Dawn and Dusk and Nighttime in Train Sim World 3. I think Daytime still needs some work. And yes, I know I'm an ambassador for the company, but I can still say things, you know, I can definitely acknowledge that it does need some effort in daytime. Oops. I'm about to get bitten again if I don't slow down. We should make it, I think. Yes, we'll make it comfortably. This is quite an involved scenario, this one. I quite like it. He must have put another train out, a stopping train in front of it. Well, I shouldn't say he. Why was I getting pure fry garble then? Don't think I should have, but anyway, that's okay. Ant-Man says hi all. Hi Ant-Man, welcome. And Violet's going to lurk for a bit and just watching the trains. And has been watching someone else's stream. Apparently I didn't have to acknowledge that, but I did anyway. It's quite an interesting path we're taking. I think you probably just saw my other half come flying through the background then. Did I miss a speed sign? No, I didn't. We're still required to go slowly. I was just wondering if I'd missed it. Watching out for a speed sign now, because going faster would be more fun. And Poorhouse says that he has surround sound and his games feel so real. This is a family of 4 gamers. So we all use headphones because we would drive each other bananas if we used speakers. So we all just use headphones. And Low-Tech 420 says general aviation and bush flying is quite challenging. And commercial airliner flying is boring. Yeah, I could understand that. The little planes would be fun. You've seen Roy turns up in my streams occasionally. He's a big player and he loves the little planes. And NJTE says trying to keep a Cessna from not stalling is hard. Yes. Poorhouse is playing Kassel Wurzburg now and the train sounds 20 times realer on surround sound. That's good. Pug-faced music, hello. And Violet sent you over here. Ah, fantastic. Well, I hope you like the sounds of German trains, because that's what we're listening to right now. 10. Oh. Stop it. Stop it. So that's where you just press all the buttons? Why did it want me to come down to 10 mile an hour for? What's up ahead? What is up here that it wants me to do 10 mile an hour for? Or 10 kilometers an hour, I'm sorry. What could possibly warrant a 10 speed limit? Oh, I'm a donkey. I'm a donkey. Oh, I forgot. It's 10 times what's on the sign. I'm a donkey. Don't mind me. Crazy Germans. That's okay. Alright, back to the chat. Yes, I did meet Pugface Music in your stream the other day. And you love the bush. It's your happy zone. I used to live in the bush, but not anymore. You're right, things don't run on paperwork, they run on trains. Like the super banana here. NJT says the 182 is a piano. Yeah, nearly. It does play scales. The 185 is probably slightly more obvious with the scales playing. Lowtech 420, have I ever used the audio pass-through in the rail driver? Yes, when I first got it in about 2001 when I played it with MSTS. And my partner, who is sitting behind me now, kept saying things like, what is that horrible drone with the diesels going? So, well, no, I haven't used it since then, because fair enough. And Brad goes, nope. Yes, you all just caught me being clever. Yeah, indeed. Well, that's just Australia, Violet's inspiration soup. We go between the extremes. At the moment we're in floods, and in a few months we'll be on fire. It's just how it is. And Ant-Man says, what does everyone think will be the newly announced routes? I'm going to keep my mouth shut, but you lot are all free to speculate in any way you like. Just don't ask me to confirm or deny anything. Because, like I said before, I'm not JD. Violet plays the piano. Look up a YouTuber named Hannah Silver, H-A-N-N-A, Silver, as in the metal silver. Violet, because a good friend of mine. She plays and teaches. She's in a couple of bands. You two might have something in common. And Violet did a song yesterday called Individual to Drones, so nice synchronicity. There you go. 15 kilometres to Gmunden, signing 104. NJTE says in a few millions of years, the Australian tectonic plate will smash into the Pacific tectonic plate. We already are. We are part of the Ring of Fire. That's why we get the occasional earthquake. Not nearly as much as the people in Los Angeles and San Francisco get, but we still get them. Ah, cool. Glad you found her, Violets. You can also look up, trying to think of the name. Seagulls. Dancing with Seagulls. Something like that. Which is one of her bands. Lowtech 420 says the rail driver really needs an upgrade. Was just able to pick one up for 140 US brand new. It arrives tomorrow. I hope you like it. Yeah, no, it should be good. They have their limitations, and yeah, they haven't really changed much in the 20 years they've been around. Mine has survived all this time. It's certainly, you know, it's got its goods and its bads, so let me know what you think of it. And Pugface Music says, good to see Violet and everyone. He's walking to his car, so it's hard to see the chat, but he's listening to the good stuff. Ah, cool. Enjoy your walk. It's a nice... Well, if you're in Melbourne anyway, it's a nice sunny morning. Indeed. Be safe driving. NJT says he remembered the story about you having a check mark on your main channel with only 1k subs, but I saw a guy with 183 subs with a check mark. Probably did the same thing as you. Yeah, I don't know if you remember Google+, but there were a few of us that were invited when it went through its big renaissance and they relaunched it. There were a few of us invited to create content, and the reward for creating all the content and using the new version was that we got verified. So that's where that came from. And And Violet's Inspiration Soup says there's synchronicity there too, is because Pug dodged seagulls. Yeah, well, plenty of those in Frankston too. You never want to buy yourself a sandwich and walk down the street eating it, because the seagulls will take it. Hello, Government Watchdog News. Welcome. You're a new face to the channel as well. And a friend of Violet. Thank you for all the promotion, Violet. Very cool. And Mark B, who lives in New Zealand, says the Australian and Pacific plates collide under New Zealand, which is why New Zealand has all these wonderful young and sharp features. And I do mean sharp. If you're in a place called Queenstown looking at the Remarkables, those mountains are actually sharp. They're pointy. And Pug is in California, says Violet. Santa Monica at the moment. Well, I lived in Oakland, across the bay from San Francisco a while, and worked the entire Bay Area. And even got down to Orange County in LA a little bit, so all good. Kia ora indeed, Violet. Yes, and Franga is full of seagulls. Or as I also call it, and I'm happy to call it this on my stream, but didn't on yours, Franganistan. Oh, that's cool. You lived there for 5 years. And we were there for 4, I think. Near enough. We can be a bird, sitting in a tree. Yeah, Sky Rats is a good name for them. That goes a slightly more, less generic freight than ours. And good to see that the multicoloured cars have made it to Main Spessart Barn. For those who don't play the game, every car everywhere used to be white, but now they have colours. As we cruise through, where are we? Low-Bahnhof. It's probably Low-Bahnhof, isn't it? You can have a good rail system with low numbers of people in JTE. You just run light rail. Most of Melbourne is light rail. Ah, missing it. Gratuitous bridge pawn. Ooh, there's water down there. Who knew? How about that? I get distracted easily, don't I? Pugface Media says that it's his main channel and gave you a sub with this one too. Well, thank you. I used to go to Oakland once a month for a year and then changed offices to Alameda and have relatives that live in Campbell. Oh, excellent. Yeah, we lived in Trestle Glen Road in Oakland when we were there, and later moved over to what I call Berserkly, because they're weird. Ooh, it's getting seriously windy. Look how much the trees are moving. And popping in. Who said that? And we've got 7 kilometres to Gramunden. And we need to come down to 130, but we don't need to worry too much about that since we're only doing 100. And NJT says my Irish came out when I said car. Well, we call them that too. We call them cars and wagons. Because, you know, colonialism. That's kind of how it is. Mark B lives north of Wellington, which is a very nice spot. 5Ks to Gmunden. No problem at all on non-participation, Pug. Perfectly okay. Have a safe drive. And enjoy what's probably your evening, I guess. You'd be on Saturday evening, wouldn't you? Dosto. And a 143, I think. Pug is well fluent in Aussie slang. Well done. And just remember, Pug, we do not put shrimps on the barbie. Just saying. Mark B says they have a few lines around Wellington with lots of breakdowns and slips when it rains. And the trains in New Zealand are 3'6", narrow gauge. And a bit like the 2'6" that I operate on, it always looks like it's about to fall over. "4Ks, I'll have to start paying attention soon." There's a speed reduction sign coming to a 110, but we're still below that, so that's fine. I think next up we might run the fireworks scenario on Cajon Pass with the F7. I know I ran it last stream, but I kind of like it. I think it shows off the best of the new version of the game. Whee! Just watch the train from here for a moment, and then I'll have to start slowing it down. I know I'm slowing down a bit early, but hey, why rush? I've experienced that cable car too, Violet. I explored most of Auckland by walking, because I got sent there to do some work at one point by the organisation I work for, and we had lots of time to walk around Auckland when we weren't doing anything, because we had nothing else to do. Hello, Neil TV8, welcome. Good to see you. And congratulations on your 10,000, mate. That is very, very, very special. Well done. And Vegemite Obsessed. Hello, Violet's phone. How are you? What's your favourite fast food, Pugface Media? Too many buttons to push. 3 craze to 3 craze. That's pretty good. Blast Pop. The colour scheme of the Dospolok looks so institutional. Yeah, it's a yellow banana. I would have thought I'd have to acknowledge that signal, but clearly not. And I'm glad I slowed down early, because I probably would have derailed it through that crossing if I hadn't. have to say, Neil TV8, that you do very, very good things for a large community of our society. And my youngest is remarkably like you, so thank you. Thank you for putting yourself out there, mate. I know the world of YouTube can be a little bit evil sometimes, so it's important to say thank you. NJT, has the Loco Pack got a discount yet for Xbox Game Pass? I don't actually know. Could be. And Violet has an account called Red Banana. Well, fair enough. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of brand accounts myself with photography and things like that. But I tend not to bring them into the train game. Mainly because the photography that I do doesn't really fit the E for everyone for the game. And actually, I don't even have the little ambassador thing on, do I? Look at that. There we go. How's that? Yellow signal. And we have to slow to 70. We already are, so it's fine. Already going nice and slow. All fast food. So you'd be in and out or chicken filler. Yep. Do love a bit of in and out myself, to be honest. Every time I head over, if I'm on the west coast, it's in and out. And if I'm on the east coast, it's Five Guys. I never like to hear that clunking sound with the buffers, because that often means you're about to derail. I'll stop it with your purified garble. I acknowledged it. You're going to make me stop, aren't you? Maybe not. Oh, the chat's going fast. I'm just going to watch the train because I'm coming up to a red signal. And I don't really want to go through it. So excuse me if I don't watch the chat for a moment. And we're back into monitoring as well, so with the 70 and 85 flashing here. And those were the cars I was talking about there. They have different colours now. They're not all white. Yeah, we do have Carl Jr. here. We used to have Wendy's as well, but that turned into Hungry Jack's. My other brand accounts don't really operate on YouTube. I used to have them for Google+. I have got photography tutorials on what used to be my main channel, but is now my secondary. $400 meters to go. What else have we got? Hello, Red Banana. Violet in disguise. The in and out in Melbourne. Yeah, I think there actually is. I think you're right. I'm not sure if it's a permanent feature, but I know to eat there, it costs you about $40 for a hamburger and fries and a drink. And they are nowhere near that expensive in America. It's about 15 US. It's about $20. Under a 500 hertz. Blastpop says his son loves Five Guys. Yeah, cool. You should go and try the Melbourne one, I suppose. I have to go to Preston today. Maybe I'll get some on the way back. Wow, this stopping point is so close to that signal. German trains. No, we didn't speed too badly. That's when I got emergency stopped. That first little hook. Yeah, that didn't go too badly. Okay. Off we go to California. To the trains. And this will be our last one for today. We're going to Cajon... Oops, no, not there. Cajon Pass. And we're going to do a scenario. And we're going to play one that I played the other day because I just like it. And Neil TV8 says he's been nervous with the derail buffer blocks lately. I know the feeling, my friend. I really do. So we're going to be driving the F7s, which is these beasties. There's a trio of them. An A, a B, and an A. The B's the one in the middle with no cabs. And we're going to take them to a fireworks show. Up we go. Let's jump in the chair. Get some windows open. Where's the other little window winder? Oh, you're in emergency. Oh, good. The PCS light's not on. Open some other windows. I don't think I've ever gotten into a train when it was sitting here in emergency before. Interesting. Oh well, we've got 3 locomotives, so we'll set that to 3, we'll set that to freight, headlights bright, generator field on, number lights on, yep, that's okay, reverser, into forwards. Oh, it's telling me what to do now. Do I really want to know what it wants me to do? Let's get to the celebrations. Off we go. Get some lights on. Just make sure the brakes are set properly. They are. We haven't got our Mars light on. Couple of SD40s. We got our Mars light going now? We do. Excellent. Let's pick up some speed so we get to the show quickly. Violet's Inspiration Soup. Yes, it is insane expensive, you're right. And yeah, they trialled pop-ups. I know some of the US brands run pop-ups here just to keep their trademarks alive in Australia. It's the only reason they do it. South Bank, just Googled OK. You can do that next time you go in. There you go. And you have busking permits. Excellent. That would be fun. And it will warm up in time, and then we'll be complaining how hot it is, because, you know. Ooh. Let's just jump in. Do I dare jump into the back cab? I've never tried it in this train. Red. Back to the front cab. Let's have a look. have we now got... Oh. Have we got a red light on the back now? No. Oh, yes it is. It actually is red. It's just so bright that it's not showing as red. That's okay. No, Melbourne's not back to normal. We're still a bit sad, aren't we? Neil TV8 says when he was in the West Coast, he had almost been to an In-N-Out, and he has been to Jack in the Box. Oh, next time you go, you need to go to an In-N-Out, mate. Don't go to the Oakland In-N-Out, mate. Just saying, In-N-Out there means something totally different. It'll go in and it'll come straight back out again. At least that was my experience of the place. The other thing you should try if you're in that area is a thing called a super burrito. It's basically the size of a pillow. You could go to sleep on it. And Pug lives by In-N-Out, so he often gets to watch his dogs eat fries. Excellent. And the eternal quest for fries. They are very important. We do like our salt as humans. There you go, you can see that the light on back is indeed red as it's moving around there and it flies off into the distance. Why would I want to turn the cab lights on? Just make that go away. No, I don't want to set the independent brakes to full locomotive. See, I didn't do the things in the order the scenario wants, so let me just put the independent brake on so it gets used to it. Okay. Right. Alright, let's get rid of the hub completely. But we don't really need it. Just cruising through the desert. You're in San Jose, Neil TV8. I was there in 2019. At a Google conference. Enjoy your meal, Violet's Inspiration Soup, and have fun editing your videos. Look forward to the new ones. And thanks for coming and bringing people in. Highly appreciate it. Always good. Have fun with your music too. Very free spirit. And it is a good scenario for July the 4th, you're right. And no, New Journeys isn't back yet. But they did say soon in the roadmap. And Violet's going to lurk and not chat. It's absolutely perfectly okay. Enjoy yourself. You were there for TwitchCon. Excellent, Neil. That would have been a pretty big event. Just gotta watch my speed because we're fast approaching 70 miles an hour. Every now and again I contemplate streaming on Twitch, and every now and again I actually do it, and every now and again I usually regret it. Bye, little train. Have fun down there. What can we see along the route here? Let's have a look. Yeah, you would have seen Seamoth. I imagine you're landing in San Jose or San Francisco and then getting a train down. Little farm by the looks of things. Big silo here. I think I'm stuck out of the world. Oh, I've gotten out of the world. Can't get back in. That's okay. It was necessary. I should be really confused, people. Let's do a screenshot of a school bus for a train website. That seems fair, doesn't it? Surely. I've been into CMOF because I did some work with Caltrain in 2000. I was doing some stuff with Caltrain. Caltrain, Muni, BART, VTA, and AC Transit Bus, SF Muni Tram and Bus, or Trolley or Light Rail, if you're an American. They don't like it when you call them trams. Like, it's not a tram! I hear that a lot. Some of them actually get upset when you call them trams. It's kind of funny. That's okay. Some big radio towers here, or cell phone towers perhaps, mobile phone towers, depending on your country. Even Aussies have started calling them cell phones now. The joys of the try that again, ubiquitous language, thanks to the internet and Microsoft and co. What's my phone going mental? Weird. Very weird. I don't know why it's going mental. No idea. Neil says in San Jose it was a small world and he was able to see it. He'd seen a gallery consist going north while riding a bus from the con one night. Yeah, it's cool. Did you get out and ride any of the trains while you were in the area? Or wasn't there time for that? What is that on the track there? Oh, it's a bush. Okay. That's a bit close to the rails. Spot the trucking family. Just one or two of them drive trucks, I'm thinking. Bit of nighttime reflection happening in the side of the locomotives there. It's a little bit hard to see. I'm not sure how well that'll reproduce on the stream. I wonder how far we've got to go. Let's have a look. 7 miles. We're about halfway there. Oop. Pop out here. And of course it hit me. God. And inquiring minds need to know, does this little crossing work? Does it work? Yes, it does. It's time to tease a car. Let's make him sit on the tracks. Because they won't run you over. Ooh, it hogged at me. Alright, I'll go and play trains. You can go now. Don't just stay there, a train will hit you. Bye. These trees are cool. Go have a closer look. These are really nice. Like something out of dinosaur times. That's cool, Neil. Yeah, when I go there, I try and make time for other things, but I certainly understand why that can be difficult. My gauge light's not on. No, we're not. How about that? The great big night sky. And that's the single biggest improvement to the game is dawn and dusk. I've got the other side where the lighting's nicer. I think my Mars lights died on the back. No, it's still on. It's just not working anymore. I wonder. Headlights have gone too. I wonder, are they tied to the gauge lights? Let's just get my little dot back. Have I managed to turn them off? No, they're on. No, it's back. Turn the HUD off again. No, so it's not the HUD. Actually, my main headlights aren't on, are they? No, they're not. Oh, I've busted it, clearly. Let's turn the headlights off. Headlights back on. There they are. Now if we go up. Well, we still don't have a Mars light in the back. We have a yellow signal. We must be nearly there. So I'll just slow down a bit for our yellow. And your bus went through Santa Clara. That's cool. Yeah, before COVID, I was going to the US for a conference every year, but no, that's dead at the moment. We'll see about next year. Maybe I'll be lucky. Maybe. If we're really lucky, we might get it. Pugface Media is eating his double jalapeno burger now. Yum. We got real ads back? No, it still says bid stack. Apparently that's a known thing. There's a dunny in the middle of nowhere. How about that? Looks like a dunny. Let's wake up the giant 1950s diesel a little bit. The question is, Pugface Media, did you get loaded fries? I have to know. And you're making me hungry, just saying. It's not too far off lunchtime here though, it's 10:46. I think so too, NJT. I think he'd definitely approve of it. Hey, speaking of in and out, I know we can't see the front, but it looks like one. You're cutting back on the fries, Pug-Face Media. That's sad to hear. I understand it. They help me maintain my all-round figure. 1.5 miles to the go via, which puts us in there, and then we're going to head around. Once we go past the go via, we'll head around the loop track, the balloon loop up here, which I did last time by surprise at 60 miles an hour and somehow managed to stay on the tracks, which I personally was quite impressed at. Just saying. Should we let everybody know we're in town? Of course we should. What a silly question. We've got all these lovely little sets of points off to the sides of the track on this route. I would love it if we could access them, because I'd like to make scenarios for local trains. But unfortunately, no. Turn off, oops, wrong one. Turn off the HUD again. Don't need it anymore. Say hello to the cars. You know, I'm tipping NJTE that Mr. Northern Illinois from Chicago, who absolutely loves electric trains, can't get enough of them, has gone to sleep. There's our fireworks in the distance. See, last time I was marvelling at the fireworks so much and thinking how cool they looked that I hadn't slowed down enough. So I went flying into the balloon loop at very high speed. Yeah, I think so, NGT. He does need more rest so he can catch more electric trains tomorrow. Imagine how excited he'd be in New York with nothing but electric trains. Oh, there is one diesel that goes and hauls out the busted electric trains. These fireworks are the reason that this game was put in Unreal 4. It's our first batch of rail fans on the side there. The whole point of this scenario is to honk at the rail fans, so I will. You wouldn't think it was spring. I've just put my heater on. It's quite cold in here all of a sudden. We should go off onto the balloon loop shortly. Somewhere up here. It's hard to tell, it's dark. Somewhere here. It's just after the fireworks somewhere, I think. Fireworks can make noise. Having trouble with the number of audio channels. The fireworks are eating all 16 channels. Now, I would have thought the scenario would actually make you want to stop over there, but no, apparently not. Because it does want you to stop just up here somewhere. Those ones actually go into the city though in JTE. Here we go. And all stop. It's got to be worth another screenshot, doesn't it? Closer. A little bit closer. Come on. So, do it the hard way then. There we go. That's what we want. And that brings us to the end of today's stream. So next week we will be doing what? I know. We're going to run that OBB thing. The 4764, I think. No. Next week we're doing Tram Sim. Sorry. Next week we're doing Tram Sim in Austria. And the week after that will be the OBB 4764 in Train Sim Classic. I don't think I've scheduled that one yet. I should get off my bum and do it. Cool. All right. Thanks very much for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed yourselves today. And I think I managed to prevent YouTube actually jamming any ads into this, so doing okay. All right, thanks folks, enjoy yourselves, and we shall see you next week. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I always like to get your feedback in the form of likes and comments because they help me understand what you want. Give the channel a subscribe and click on the tinkly thing so you don't miss out on any new stuff. And thanks for your ongoing support. And please, be safe out there.